Why multitasking at work lowers your productivity. Whether you run your own business or work for someone else, there are only so many hours in the day to get everything done. That's why it's important to be productive with your time. Multitasking, i.e. doing more than one thing at a time, may seem like a good way to get through that to-do list, but in reality it can actually make you less productive. Here's some of the reasons why multitasking at work lowers your productivity. When you're focusing on a task, your brain will gather information about what you're doing and absorb and process it. However, if you start to pay attention to something unrelated to what you're doing, this process is interrupted. So, for example, if you were reading a report that you had to respond to and an email notification pings up on your computer, the processing your brain was doing has been interrupted. This means that the areas of your brain that were making sense of the report have to work harder to reconnect and process the information after the interruption. Our brains aren't capable of focusing on two things at once, even though it may feel like you can. What really happens is we switch between the two tasks back and forth constantly. This requires a lot of additional brain energy and leads to higher levels of stress. Constantly multitasking actually damages your brain, leading to less empathy, cognitive and emotional control. This is definitely not something that will help you flow through your day. Did you realise that multitasking at work lowers your productivity by as much as 40%? Multitasking isn't really a good way to describe what you're doing. It's actually task switching, because as explained before, our brains can only process one thing at a time. And each time you go back to the other task, you have to backtrack to work out where you were. All this takes time and energy. Focusing on one task, either to completion or for a preset amount of time, will make you much more productive. A good practice is to batch similar work together. This will increase your productivity and expend less mental energy. Another reason why multitasking at work lowers your productivity is because it actually lowers your IQ. A study from the University of London found that people who multitasked during cognitive tasks experienced IQ score drops the same as if they had stayed up all night or been smoking marijuana. The drops for adult men were as much as 15 points, which puts them in the same age range IQ as an 8-year-old child. This adds new meaning to bringing your child to work. So next time you start doing two things at once, remember these 3 reasons why multitasking at work lowers your productivity and choose to focus on just one task at a time. For more videos from Life Change Mentor, click the subscribe button below and remember to give us a like on this video.